Verse 9.
Right out.
And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
This is what Pharaoh said to his fellow people. Go on.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Let us what?
Let us deal wisely with them.
What does that mean? We want to deal wisely. We want to suppress you, outsmart you, trick you. Right? Go on.
Lest they multiply, and it comes to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Because we were a nation building up inside of another nation. So we said we have to take them down before they grow too much and take us over. So this is what he did to oppress us. Read.
Verse 11. Therefore, they did set over them taskmasters.
What did they set over us?
Taskmasters.
Another word for a taskmaster is a what? Thank you, a slave master. Right? A task is duties you do. A man over you to make sure it gets done is a slave master or taskmaster. Right. So the lifestyle we lived in Egypt, we weren't on king. We wasn't sitting on thrones. We were slaves. Right? Read on taskmasters to do what?
To afflict them with their burdens.
See that we were getting beat. So what were we doing in Egypt, brother? Were we sitting on thrones as kings? What lifestyle did we live? Were we royalty? Okay, in ancient Egypt, what we just read about, what were we doing? Okay, now in ancient Egypt, what lifestyle did we live?
But I mean, over time, they did become royal kings and lords and all these things over centuries of time.
I know, that's fine. I understand that. Now, when Pharaoh had us enslaved, Pharaoh had us enslaved. Let's just be straight to the point. We were slaves in ancient Egypt. Right. All right? We were slaves in ancient Egypt. That's why we read about taskmasters. Right. Y'all following? We just showed you what we did in ancient Egypt. We were slaves. Right. Y'all following? And the Lord delivered us out of slavery. Right. Right. He said, if you don't keep the commandments, I'm going to send you back into Egypt again. That's right. Read it one more time from the top. Deuteronomy 28:16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 68.
Bring it up.
And the Lord,
And
the Lord
right?
shall bring thee into Egypt again.
What were we doing in Egypt? The first time. There you go. So if we don't keep the commandments, God's going to put us back into slavery again. No, we're going to show you.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What?
With ships.
What people were sent into slavery with ships? Who was sent to slavery on ships? Who was part of the slave trade? Who got sold? What nation of people as a whole was sold to other lands on the earth? Brother, what do you say? So I thought I heard you say it a little bit earlier. Okay, you say mostly Africans. That's what history tells you. They put them on the ships. There you go, change them like sardines. Right, exactly. Now, we have a visual to show you in case you may have forgotten or may not know. Right? So look at that sign as we read on. The Lord said we'll be sent to slavery on ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Right?
thou shalt see it no more
And
again.
we would never see our homeland again, which is the land of Israel. Our people are in St. Lucia, St. Thomas, St. John, Jamaica, the Caribbean, America, and we have never been back to our homeland.
If you look at the West Indies, every hurricane comes to the West.
Right. Right.
That's the trade. That's where the slave trade started. From
Yeah.
West Africa, going down to up the Caribbean.
Exactly.
No work to be done.
Now, hold on. We're going to finish this. Go on.
Thou shalt see it no more again. In there ye shall be sold unto your enemies
Right.
for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So the Lord said we'll be sent to slavery on ships.
Right.
Not Africans. God isn't talking to Africans. Moses didn't deliver to Africans. He delivered to Israelites.
That's right.
So the people that went into slavery on ships are the Israelites.
That's right.
Didn't our people go to slavery on ships? So what would that make us, according to the Bible? would that make us just Caribbean and Negroes and terms that the so-called white man gave us? Or what did God call us?
Just people, right?
No, read 29 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse number 1.
Bring it up.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Just Africans.
The children of Israel.
People.
The children of Israel. The children of Israel.
If your ancestors were victims of the slave trade, you are the children of Israel.
Right.
Y'all know the Israelites.
Right.
You can't call yourself St. Lucian or Caribbean or West Indian.
Right.
Those are man-made terms.
Right.
God called you an Israelite.
That's
You
right.
gotta wake up and come back to your heritage.
Thank you,
All right, brother?
Thank
Y'all
you.
gotta repent and come back to the Most High. You're living in the end of the world, huh?
Right. It is.
So what are you gonna do about it?
I know I'm going, my man. Don't worry.
You don't know where you're going, huh?
Right.
You don't know. Look at how people are done.
Right.
Done. Done. You see that? Proud. I know where I'm going. And we know where you're going to, man.
Right.
Down a narrow road of pain, misery, and destruction.
Right.
Give me Proverbs chapter 24, and actually give me the book of Matthew 7. Give me verse 13. Give me Isaiah chapter 59. Give me verse 2. Right? We know where our people are going. They're going down destruction.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse number 13.
Bring it out.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
You're trying to bring them to the straight gate. You're trying to bring them between the rock and the hard place. You can learn your heritage and learn your true God-given nationality.
That's right.
Right? And the straight gate isn't easy. The straight gate is going to be hard. It's going to be affliction and pain.
Right.
That's okay. That's the way the Most High wants you to do.
Huh.
Go on.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Brother, you got him in there for the word? Hey, brother. Elder. You got him in there for the word?
I'm not in a hurry, man.
You what? Or you got to repent and come back to the Lord as an Israelite.
Right.
Our people are in a hurry to nowhere.
Right.
You're in a hurry to destruction.
Right.
Don't got nowhere, no damn where to go. Huh?
Right.
Read that from the top.
Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in their act.
See that? Our people, that's where he's going. Through the wide gate.
Right.
That leads to destruction. And as many people going that way, huh? A lot of people are going to be destroyed, huh?
Right.
It's easy to go through the wide gate, huh? There's no pain, there's no affliction that comes with that. That's a heathen part. Right? Go on, read on, King, when you left off from Matthew 7.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be at that find it.
Few there be that find it. So only a few people are going to find the straight gate, huh? Not everybody's going to come down into this truth, huh?
Right.
Stop expecting everybody to get it, huh?
Right.
Right? You want your whole auntie to get it, and your second cousin who just got married in Florida, and you calling them. They're not going to get it, huh?
Right.
You have to come to the reality that everybody's not going to get it.
Right.
Stop beating yourself up and stop crying at night. What did I do wrong? Brother, you didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
You broke it down plainly, brother.
Right.
And they have rejected the words of the Most High.
Right.
You don't have to beat yourself up in this thing, right? Everybody's not going to get it. Though. Give me Romans chapter 11 and give me verse 7. Give me Isaiah chapter 10 and give me verse 22.
Bring it up.
Jeremiah chapter 31 and give me verse 1. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and give me verse 7. Read the book of St. Bring that up.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7.
Actually, I want, what I call first? Romans 11 and 7. Yeah, let me get that.
God, this is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
But then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Everybody else didn't know about it.
Right.
Only the elect are going to obtain this truth.
That's right.
Did you know that? They don't even know what's going on.
I don't know.
Do you know what's going on? What's going on? See, you don't know what's going on. You have proven my point.
Right.
You know you don't know what? That's absolutely right.
Right.
just said that. Hey, brother, you got a minute for the word? Hey, brother.
Brother with
Yeah?
the hustle.
He said, I know what's going on. You got a minute for the word?
Say that again?
You got a minute for the word? All praise to the Most High. What's going on, brother? That's right. What's going on, King? What's your nationality? African American. Believe in the Bible? Did God ever call us the African American? What do you call them? All right, the children of God. Now, we've heard a lot of people say that. Right? We've heard Chinese people say that, Koreans and Japanese. Right? But God only has one children. Give me Exodus 4:22. Right? Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 17, and give me verse 23. Hey, bring that up. Give me 22.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4 and verse 22.
You know.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,
Listen to this. God said, Moses, I know you heard of Moses. He said, go talk to Pharaoh and tell him what?
thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son.
No, everybody's a child of God.
Israel is my son.
Everybody's his son.
Israel is my son. Even my firstborn.
So everybody's not going to be a child of God. Only the Israelites, brother. Only his chosen people are going to be the children of God. You hear me, King? So now, if the Lord said only his people are the children of God, who are his people? Huh? Yeah, we as in the Israelites.
Right.
Right? When we say we have to specify. Because we can't think we as everybody on the earth.
Right.
We is his chosen people. God has a chosen people, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent.
Right.
And we can prove to you that you would be his chosen people, brother. Right? Give me 1 Chronicles 6:13 and open up Deuteronomy again. Right? Bring that up. How did our ancestors end up in America?
Some of us were born here, some of us were brought here.
Some of us was brought here. Now, bring that up. 1 Chronicles 16:13. 1 Chronicles 16 and 13.
The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 16 and verse 13. And it reads, O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen one.
What?
His chosen one.
God has chosen. Which are the children of Jacob. The chosen one. Right. Now, we can prove to you that you're the chosen in 3 verses. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 15.
Yeah.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
This is Moses. He's talking to his people. He said, if you don't listen to God,
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
if you don't follow the commandments,
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
we know curses are evil things. So God said his people will be cursed, or his people will be cursed if they don't follow the commandments. That's right. Now, if you want to know who these people are that are his chosen people, you have to read the curses and see what people on the earth line up with the curses. I'm going to show you one of them. Go to verse 16.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
What people are cursed in every city in America? Who live in the lowest conditions? Who's impoverished or crack? Freezing outside with nowhere to go. And the brother might have left. But we out here with nowhere to go. Sleeping up on top of heat vents in the projects. We are. The Korean man is a curse in the city. Right? The Japanese man, they're not cursed in the city. Arab man, we're cursed in the city. Right? Read it again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city,
And what else?
and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And who had to work in the fields? You know, we had to work in the fields, bro. Picking cotton, cutting down cane, sugar cane. We had to work in the fields. So if you're yeah, we're still working in the fields. You have some people that are working in the fields for less than like 80 cents an hour.
Right.
80 cents an hour. You had chain gangs in the damn early 1900s, like the movie Life. I know you've seen Life. That's slavery right there.
Right.
Right now they're in prison. They're making what, $1 a day, and sometimes less than that. And they're doing a lot of labor. Right? They showed that movie with you had the woman in prison. I can't remember the name, but you had all of the women in prison that was overthrowing the damn prison, huh? Because they were used as slave labor. Right? They still got fields. That's right. Now, what people fit that? We fit that. So if you want to find out who his chosen people are, God gave you a list of 42 curses to prove who his people are. So we fit number one. Let's get another one. Go to 68. Listen to this.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Who is God talking to? Us. And what do you call us? There you
Right.
go.
That's right, brother.
Now go to verse 68.
brother.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
God said his people would go into Egypt again. Now I'm sure you know what they were doing in Egypt. They were slaves. Right? That's what Moses told Pharaoh, let my people go. You will only have to say that if your people are locked up, held against their will. I would never go to the prison system and say, let my brother go if he's out free in the streets. You understand? So our people are in prison, in slavery. God said, if you keep the commandments, I'm going to send you into Egypt again. Read it one more time from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
The
again.
Lord said, if we don't keep the commandments, we're going to go back into slavery all over again. With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
On the bus.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
The people will go into slavery on ships. Slavery on ships. This is in the Bible.
Right.
The same people that are cursed in the city have to work in the fields will also go into slavery with ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spent unto thee,
Right?
thou shalt see it no more again.
And you would never see your homeland again. Our people do not know our home country. Everybody else knows, right? They know that they can go back to France, Ireland, Germany, Scotland, Arabia, Pakistan. Our people don't know what country we're from. We name an entire continent with over 55 countries in it, huh? We cannot pinpoint and isolate one country as a whole that our people are from because we've been stripped of our heritage and our nationality. So God said we would never see our homeland again, which is true. Read on, what else will happen?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And you'll be sold unto your enemies. Weren't we sold to our enemies, the so-called white man, the so-called white woman? We were sold unto our enemies.
Right.
This is in the Bible.
Right.
This isn't from the local library. Or this is not from Amazon books. Right? This is not an e-book. This is the Bible.
right.
God said we, as a people, would be sold unto our enemies. You can't make this up. Right. For what? Read on.
For bondmen and bondwomen,
Slave men and slave women.
and no man shall buy
So
it.
that's in the Bible, that we would be sold.
Right.
So it's prophecy, a foretelling of future events that will happen to one nation of people. And that lined up directly with us.
Right.
Now, if you was a Chinese man, you can't relate to that.
Right.
You would say, why are you reading me that? Right? That doesn't matter to me. Or if you was a white guy, you would say, well, I don't know. You would walk away right now.
Right.
But the Israelite, they would stay and listen. Because that's their history.
Right.
This is your heritage.
Right.
This is your nationality.
Right.
Being an Israelite, but we lost it all. Being in America for over 450 years, being lied to and deceived, huh? But it's time to wake up. Give me Romans 13 and 11. You understand that so far? Go to verse 48. I'm going to show you something else. Listen, now, I'm going to show you something. Go to 48.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
Get up.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Since we didn't serve God, we're going to serve punishment.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Now you have to be a servant for your enemy. Read on. And our people don't know we have enemies. God is reminding you, you have enemies. Everybody's not your friend. You have, and it's not talking about the man down the block on L block. You on M block, he on J block, and y'all are enemies. No, we were sold to our enemies, and we have to serve our enemies for what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
When we're hungry, we know that we have to go to our enemies to get food. They own Giant, Safeway, Save-A-Lot, Price Right. They own all of these places that we have to work in their businesses just to get food. Go on. In hunger,
And in thirst.
when you thirsty and you gotta get water, you have to go to them. Aquafina, you might want a Gatorade or a Coke or whatever. You have to go to your enemy. You have to work at your enemy job, and he has to give you whatever you feel like giving you, and then you have to go and rely on him to bring water and food back to your family. Everybody else, and that's not a good thing, because everybody else, they can go to their own people. We have to rely on our enemy. Read on.
And in nakedness.
When you want clothes, they'll shut the stores down. Where we gonna get clothes from? You have to go to them just to get clothes, brother. Read on.
And in want of all things.
Whatever you want. If you want a driver's license, if you want a car, a job, a loan, to get married, a death certificate, you have to go to your enemy for everything. And what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Hold on, read that again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he will put the same man that you have to serve will put yokes of iron around your neck. I know you've seen Django, Bruce, 12 years a slave. Yokes of iron around your neck. God is trying to wake our people up and let them know who they are. Because we were taught too long that we're just black. Black is the color of your jacket, brother. How do you have brown skin but you're a black man?
Right.
What country is black?
Right.
How do we get there? And what language do they speak? What do they do there?
Right.
Nobody knows because it doesn't exist. Or you might say, okay, well, I know I'm not black. I'm an African American. Africa's the last name of a white man.
Right.
Leo Scipio's Africanus.
Right.
America's the last name of another white man, an Italian. America's Vespucci. And the term was combined and made a nationality in the 1980s. So how are you an African American, brother? It makes no sense. These are labels that we were given in America, but from the very beginning, God called us to Israel.
That's right.
And we're suffering this affliction in America due to our people rebelling and going contrary to the words of the Most High.
That's right.
Our people are too busy looking at the Bible and following white Jesus. Right, you understand? Following the holidays of this world, celebrating Christmas and getting drunk and drinking eggnog, huh?
Right.
Instead of repenting and coming back to the Lord as Israelites in the last days, huh? So read on. A yoke of iron upon thy neck until what?
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Until what?
Until he hath destroyed thee.
Now they not physically, but mentally. Now we're destroyed, brother. Our minds are gone. We're the only nation of people that are lost. Don't know where we're from, what our old language is, how we used to dress, what music we used to listen to. Brother, we had more than hip hop, huh? We had more than Tupac. We didn't always sag and smoke weed, right? And watch BET and wear braids and jerseys and jump up and down in the gym and throw alley-oops. Our forefathers didn't throw alley-oops, bro.
Right.
We became entertainment and a spectacle to the so-called white man here in this captivity. But you have a rich heritage because you're the chosen ones. God made everybody, but he only chose one nation of people. Why do you think that we're so great at everything?
Right.
Sports, cooking, fashion. You think that's a coincidence, brother? That we're just great? Everybody's just so great at everything. We dominate tennis. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. You got women, they dominate tennis.
Right.
Serena Venus Williams. You got the girl Coco, whatever her name is. She dominates tennis. You got a woman, she dominates figure skating. You got brothers that are dominating NASCAR. Tiger Woods, he took over golf. That's supposed to be the white man's his prize possession sport.
Right.
For rich eaters.
Right.
You can't tamper and pollute. You got a young brother coming in, Tiger Woods, just knocking the thing out, huh?
Right.
How do we dominate everything?
Right.
Bring it out, Deuteronomy 7:6. Get this in the Bible. Bring it up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it up.
For thou art an holy people.
No, we just niggas.
For thou art an holy people.
I thought the so-called white man said we just rappers and entertainers and basketball players.
For thou art an holy people.
We're holy, brother. We have to act holy. Holy means set apart. Go on.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen
He
thee
chose us.
to be a special people unto himself. Above all
So
people.
we are the same.
Above all
We
people.
are equal.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people. That's not, I didn't make that up.
Right.
I didn't write the Bible.
Right.
God said that his people are above all people. Who the best boxers? We the best boxers. I mean, that's right. You got people say, well, that's racist. That's not. Brother, we the best boxers, man.
Right.
Who the best cooks? We the best cooks.
Right.
Who make all of the hit records? We make the hit records.
Right.
Right? Who made Motown? Who's always on the top of the billboards? Who's in the cooking like our folks, man?
Right.
Who's doing all that damn spice seasoning? Who's doing all of the dances and making this world a damn, giving it life?
Right.
It's us, brother. If we was on the earth, it'd be stale.
Right.
It'd be no flavor.
Right.
Right? You'll be watching people play basketball shooting like this, man.
Right.
With a big belt on and a peach bucket, man. Like it's the 1930s, man.
Right.
We touch the basketball, now we coming up the court. Right? And it's a show, man. Give me
Right.
Matthew 5 and 13. And it's not just basketball, it's inventions.
Right.
It's intellect, all types of things, man. Bring that up. We invented everything, brother.
That's right.
The refrigerator, the stopwatch, the damn light bulb. Right? We invented everything. Bring that up.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 13.
We was young, like the damn Stone Age. Right. It'd be the Stone Age, right? Bring that up.
Ye are the salt of the earth.
The Lord say,
Ye are the salt of the earth.
we all know that salt gives food flavor. We bring flavor. The Lord said, you are the salt of the earth. Go on.
But if the salt hath lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
So if you don't have no flavor, you're useless.
That's right.
Meaning, if our people don't have the spirit, I mean, it's no point, man, of being salt. You might as well be trodden under foot of men, which you are right now. But our people are good for nothing right now. Huh? Because the salt lost its savor. We lost our heritage. We lost the Hebrew tongue. We lost who our God is. And all we do is celebrate Halloween, New Year, and damn God-forsaken Valentine's Day.
Right.
And St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
What are you doing dressing up like an elf, man?
Right.
On St. Patrick's Day, man?
Right.
That's not yours.
Right.
Why are you celebrating Christmas? That's not yours. You have your own heritage.
Right.
Which is the laws and the commandments. You have your own dress code. You have your own language, the Hebrew tongue. But you got to take it back, brother. Or you can't let yourself walk on in gross darkness. Give me Romans 13 and 11.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time,
And that, knowing the time,
that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
it's time for our people to wake up, man. When are our people going to wake up and stop trying to vote? What did Biden do for you? Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Right? Biden didn't do a damn thing for us, right? At all. You tried to vote for Kanye West, and then you tried to march and do Black Lives Matter, and every third summer you want to do a 1,000,000-man march.
Right.
That's ridiculous, right?
Right.
We have forsaken the Most High. The Lord said, wake up. It's high time to wake out of sleep. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
We on our way out of here. The Lord is about to return and destroy this place, bro.
Right.
And deliver his men and his women and his children to keep the commandments.
Right.
With that being said, why did these things happen to us? Slavery, yokes of iron, these afflictions, the curses, the George Floyds, the Emmett Tills, the Gator bait. Why do we catch this hell in America like none other people, brother? Why? We read it earlier. All right, right now, that happened, but I'm going to show you. Give me 28 and 15 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it up.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, like if you may have a son, you can tell him, hey, look, if you don't follow the order in my house, there's going to be consequences. Remember, we're the sons of God. Any wise father is going to punish his son if he goes contrary to the order. Not because you hate your son or you want to see him harm, you want him to learn, right? To receive correction. Any father's going to correct his son. We're the sons of God. If we don't listen, what do you think our father's going to do to us? He's going to correct us. Right? And punish us.
To observe to do all his
If
commandments
we don't follow the commandments,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
what's going to happen?
that all these curses,
Slavery,
all these curses,
the yoke of iron,
all these curses,
what's the curse in the city?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake
So we're catching hell because we don't follow the commandments. We are continually following the ways of the world, but we refuse to follow God's commandments. So, brother, we're going to give you, we know you're about to go, but we're about to give you 5 commandments, all right, that our people have to keep as to what? What did God call us? The Israelites.
Right.
Now, our people never were taught the commandments in America. All, like I said, all we was taught was how to celebrate the world, huh? We was taught how to set up the Christmas tree. We was taught how to give gifts for Santa and leave the milk and cookies out. We was taught how to buy your Halloween costume before Halloween so you can get it cheap and wear the mask. We were taught how to get your woman something for Valentine's Day. We were taught all of these things except what's yours. Right? You about to give you back what's yours. Bring out the commandments. Give me Leviticus 19 and 17. Here's one of the commandments that God gave us. And the commandments was only given to us. Leviticus 19 and 17.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse number 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
The Lord says,
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
We can't hate our brother. That's a commandment. You know how many of our own people hate our own brothers? Why do you think the murder rate is so high in Baltimore? Chicago, New York, Philly. I think it's what? 800 murders in Philly, huh? Something like that. Because our people think it's okay to hate each other. Brother, we love you right now.
Right.
We came out here in the freezing cold just to teach you and give our people who we are. Right? Now the Lord said we can't hate each other. How many times you been walking up and down the block and your own brother mean mugging you, sizing you up for no reason, seeing what you got on, give you that aggressive look? Tell me that hasn't happened, brother. It happens to all of us, huh?
Right.
Because we're taught and conditioned to hate each other due to the media, the music, how we're raised. God said one of the first steps of coming back to the Lord is repenting. Repentance is acknowledging your sin and turning away from it. Sin is breaking the commandments. So anytime our people are breaking the commandments, you're living in sin.
Right.
You have to stop sinning and start keeping the commandments.
That's right.
Sinning isn't, what they say, missing the mark.
Right.
Just not doing right.
Right.
Sin is literally breaking God's laws. Right. So one of the laws that our people break is that we show hatred towards each other. You're commanded to love your own brother. Right? Read them. And love is not just, all right, brother, I love you. Here go a few dollars, here go a bag of weed. That's not love.
Right.
Giving your brother a discount on a bag of weed isn't love.
Right.
We're giving you love right now.
That's right.
We haven't touched you physically, brother. We're giving you love. We're touching you spiritually.
That's right.
Giving you back your heritage.
Right.
Giving you back your nationality.
Right.
Knowing who your God is. All of this is love.
That's right.
That nobody else can give you, brother. That's why we're commanded to love our people. Read it one more time from the top.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Right?
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
And you're always supposed to correct your brother. If your brother is sinning and doing things contrary to the Bible, you have to correct him. You can't let him get away with anything. Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
And what?
And not suffer sin upon him.
Meaning, if we see you in sin and we don't say nothing, then we don't love you. It's like your son, like you use all the time, you might get hit by a damn 16-wheeler, huh? If you love your son, you're going to tell him to get out the way.
That's right.
You're not going to let him get hit by the car. If you know that danger's in front of him, you're going to warn him. That's love. We know danger is coming to our people that don't come back to the Most High. Nuclear missiles,
Right.
a famine,
Right.
economic collapse,
Right.
wild beasts, and all hell will break loose. Right?
Right.
So we want you to be preserved, so we give you the commandments. Give me Leviticus 11:7.
This
This
is
is another
the book of
commandment.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Now, hold on, before we read that, brother, don't you know every culture has a certain diet that they have? Like the Chinese man, he has his own little food and how he eats. The Arab man, he like to eat with their hands. You have your own diet that God gave you. We're going to read it right now.
God, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7. God, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 45.
Bring it out.
For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy.
So God gave you foods not to eat and what to eat so you know how to be holy. Right, go on.
God, this is the law of the beast.
What the Lord said.
This is the law of the beast.
So you have laws, brother, that God gave you on what to eat and not to eat. This is the law of the beast.
And of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be
So you
eaten.
have an entire law to show you what you can eat and what's clean, and what you can't eat that's unclean. Go to verse 7.
God. Verse 7, and the swine,
Swine is pig, you know that. Go on.
though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
No, to everybody.
He is unclean to you.
Our people can't eat that, brother. We can't eat pork. We can't eat swine.
Right.
What happens if you eat that? You're defiling your temple. The pig is the filthiest animal.
Right.
You got people say, well, I don't know Muslims did that. No, they got it from the Bible.
Right.
That's right. Islam and Muslims wasn't invented until almost 800 years after the scriptures.
Right.
So a lot of things they do, they get it from the Bible.
Right.
Your original heritage, you can't eat that, brother.
Right.
You can't eat pork. I don't care if they want to damn wrap it around in a piece of shrimp and give you the bacon bits and do the meat lovers. You can't eat that. The pig, the shakaroni pizza, the pig is the filthiest, nastiest animal, huh?
Right.
Right? They'll eat dead bodies, feces, waste, and they're not thinking twice about it, huh? So God says, my people can't eat that.
Right.
The pig was made to be the garbage disposal of the earth.
Right.
And not everything that moves is made to be eaten. That'll be foolish. Just because it moves, you can eat it. That's ridiculous, man. That's what they teach you in America. You can eat pork, you can eat whatever. You can't eat that, huh? You don't.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
Right?
and their carcass shall ye not touch.
You can't even touch it.
They are unclean to you.
So you can't eat pork, brother. I'm not sure if you do or don't, but you can't eat it. Right? Go on. You got other meats you can eat. Lamb, chicken, turkey, beef. What else? Bison, buffalo. You eat a lot of clean meat, man. Goat, but you can't eat no pork. Right? Go on.
God, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the water.
Now, whatever come out the water, God is about to show you what you can eat, what you cannot eat. Because our people love seafood. So you got to make the difference on, okay, this is good seafood, this is bad seafood. Read on.
Whatsoever hath fins and
You
scales,
have to have
fins and scales, in the waters, in the sea, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
You can only eat seafood that has fins and scales. Meaning fish. If it come out the water and it's on your plate and you notice that it wasn't born and created with fins and scales, you can't eat it. You can't, brother. I don't care how much they sell it for. Whether it's $19.99 or you want to take your woman out and she want to go and look on the back of the steak and shrimp menu and she want the lobster tails, guess what? Lobster don't have fins and scales.
At all.
Crab don't have fins and scales.
Right.
Shrimp don't have fins and scales.
Right.
Oysters, clams, calamari. None of those foods that our people love to eat that don't have fins and scales. Who said it's okay to eat that? The so-called white man.
That's right.
Did he ever come and say, look, y'all are the Israelites, y'all can't eat that. Stay away from it. No, he gave it to you and gave it to you cheap and said it's a delicacy. Having lobster is a blessing, right? Enjoy it while you can. No, a lobster is literally a sea rat.
Right.
It's literally a sea rat.
Right.
And the shrimp is the sea roach.
Right.
Or the crab is the sea spider. The crab is the sea spider. Those animals are made to clean the bottom of the ocean. I mean, that's why the harbor, there was a time when the harbor, believe it or not, used to be clear. Like when you go to the Caribbean or you go to certain parts of the earth, you could drink of the harbor water. There was a time you could dive into the swim and see the rocks in the ground and all of that. Look what happened to the harbor. Because Baltimore, a crab state, or a crab city, they took all of the unclean foods that clean the ocean and they put it up in bubble. And mold seafood and all these places that you can't even go to, brother. And it made you think that eating rats and the roaches was good. That's why our people are getting heart disease, high blood pressure. We have generational diabetes. We have gout in our right foot. Right? We have high cholesterol. We're out of shape. We have walkers, and we're only 60 years old. Because you're literally breaking the commandments. You can't eat anything. You have other nations, they eat whatever. I mean, that's off too. But God didn't give them the commandments, brother. He gave you the commandments. You wouldn't let your son eat a snail, right? Or you feel like eating it, right? You're going to say, look, no, this is food you can eat, this is food you cannot eat. And every parent does that. They let it be known, look, we're eating this in the house, don't bring that in my house. That's what God said. That's right. This, you can't eat that. And even these doctors are telling you, if you eat those foods, it gives you cancer and all types of diseases. So the Israelites, you catch more hell when you eat that food. Right? The so-called white man, he don't get type 2 diabetes for this. You get diabetes. He don't get high cholesterol. You get high cholesterol. I've never seen a so-called white man with gout in his right foot. You get gout, brother. That's the Lord afflicted you. Say, oh, you eat the food I told you not to eat. I got something for you. Put some spirits on it. So no more pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. We got 3 more commandments. Leviticus 19 and 27.
Hold the rest of them for me, bro. I gotta go, but I appreciate all the knowledge you
All right, bro. Okay, all praise to the Most High. We're going to get you a flyer, King. All right? We're going to get you a flyer. Hold on, brother. We're going to get you a flyer before you roll up. What's your nationality, brother? Oh,
That's right.
Right. Now, don't lose that flyer, brother. You got social media, YouTube on there. All the videos up, man. And Most High woman, check it out, King. All praise to the Most High, brother. All praise for listening. That's why we out here. This is what you call ice fishing. Right? You go in the damn Arctic, you cut that nasty hole in the ice. You can't even cast the rod in there, you just drop it in. And you sit down across the fire man, he just tells you stories. And then you might get a tug, but you really not that. Right. You kind of get another tug, and you reel it in, and it's a big-ass fish. And it feeds you for 40 days and 40 nights. Right. So we're out here ice fishing in the last days. Give me Proverbs chapter 20 and 4. We are ice fishing. Hear that, you so-called white man? Your kingdom is over. That's right. And God is going to destroy you and all your little children and your infants.
Right. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 4.
Read up.
The sluggard will not...
Hey, brother. Hey, brother.
In the black coat with the gray hoodie.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 4. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the gold.
You got certain men that don't want to come out and plow because it's cold.
Right.
I don't want to go to have to take the snow. Oh boy, just gotta. I guess I'll just sit in it. Brother, you're not going to eat, huh?
Right.
Your bills and your rent is due. I don't want to go out there and open up the funds. Oh boy, not today. Brother, go outside, take that broom, get that snow off your car, warm that joint up, and go to work, huh?
And go to work.
And provide for yourself and your family, huh?
Right.
You got certain men in the ancient world, they damn in the damn house. Oh boy, look at that one. Looks like a cold one out there, huh? Right? I ain't going out there. Well, how you going to eat?
Right.
How you going to eat? Because if you ain't go out there, you wouldn't eat. Right. You had DoorDash in the ancient world. Right. You ain't had no Grubhub. You weren't no Postmates, man. You had to go out there, come here to work. Right? All right, bring that up. Read it one more time from the top.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 4. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the gold.
And you have to plow. Then you got to break up the ground. Sometimes you got to do that when it's cold out, huh? Sometimes these farmers, they, like I said, they get up at what, 4 in the morning, right? 4 in the morning, they out in a damn field, right?
Right.
A damn horse might give birth, right? They might get kicked by a damn donkey, man. Calluses, they moving a big hay stick, hay bundles, and they got the band, they throwing it on the damn pickup truck. Yeah, back hurt, man.
Right.
Damn cock crowing, they out there in the cold, huh?
Right.
And they wait till the sun go down, then they can go home and go to sleep. And they work, because if they don't work, their family not going to eat. Huh?
Right.
So you got to go out there and eat, huh? Right? Go on. Therefore what?
Therefore shall he beg and harvest.
What the Lord say?
Therefore shall he beg and harvest.
The harvest is what the Lord returns. And in the harvest, you gather all of the ingredients of your labor. It can be corn, it can be wine, it can be children. Whatever you have planted, the harvest is when you reap the benefits of your labor. If you wasn't out there in the cold, you ain't getting nothing to eat. Right? You're not getting nothing to eat, huh? I can't eat off this brother's plate. He out there laboring, he getting a harvest. Can I get some of your kingdom? No, I can't get none of your kingdom,
Right.
huh?
Right.
Right? You gotta put in your own labor in this thing, huh?
Right.
You gotta come out in the cold. You gotta come out when it's hot.
Right.
You gotta come out when you got a migraine.
Right.
You got a headache.
Right.
When your feet hurt. When your back hurt. When you have to work 90 hours a week.
Right.
Right? You gotta come out all the damn time, huh? And labor for the Most High. Right? Because the Lord did it for you, man. The Lord died for you.
Right. Right.
You can't come out here when it's damn 20 degrees. How weak can you be? You're no worse than a damn woman, huh?
Right.
I don't know. I can't come out because it's cold. I might get. A brother told me he might get the sniffles. He said that. He said my tummy hurts and I might get the sniffles. Tummy and sniffles.
Tummy and sniffles.
And the brother's older than me, man.
Especially not in the same
Yeah,
city.
my tummy hurts and I might get the sniffles. He might as well say I'm sleeping. Right? Yeah, man, do this, man. And drink. And then he drink his cup with 2 hands and do this after he's done, man. Like an infant, man. Yeah, that's it all, man. Them elbows behind his ears, man. You gotta, where you go? Give me 1 Corinthians 13:11. Right? Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 13:11. That's mad. You got a precept? Bring it up.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 4.
Bring it up.
He that observeth the wind shall not sow,
That's a good precept, right? Go on.
and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap.
Right, meaning you gotta go out there and make something happen. Don't be scared to make something happen. You got a lot of brothers that looking outside, look at the clouds. Right. Oh boy, it might snow today. Maybe I shouldn't go out. Then the whole day go by and it never snowed. Right. And you wasted your whole day. And that was a day to feed the sheep. Look at the thunderclouds. Oh boy. I don't even think we should go out there today. Why don't we cancel camp? Hey, you're not gonna get a text from brothers that say camp is canceled because it might rain. You're not gonna get that, huh?
Right.
Right? High chance, it's a 40% 40% chance of rain. Camp is canceled. Stay warm, brothers. That's wicked, man. 40% chance of rain, 80 degrees, camp is canceled. I will see brothers next week. Right. And we're going to be out here, man. Right. I've never said camp is canceled. It might be cold. Right. We're going to be out here, man. Right. Never, man. Most I will. It remains that way, man. Right, so, we go. Oh, that's
First Corinthians.
That's a good precept.
1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man,
The Lord say,
but when I became a man,
The Lord say,
but when I became a man,
I did what?
I put away childish things.
You got to put away childish things.
Right.
Brothers going to grow up in this thing, man. They come out here and labor like a grown-ass man.
Right.
Men labor.
Right.
Let the kids stay at home, man, and spin around in their damn chair and drink hot chocolate, man.
Right.
With the damn marshmallows in it.
Right.
And a Snuggie on, man. Brother, sister, you got a minute for the word? Come on, give us one verse of the day.
1 minute.
One verse.
One verse.
One verse for God, no time for God. Wow. Unbelievable. Same Eve is going to be praying for her husband. Right. Where's my husband? I can't get a man. I don't know. No, you're not getting no man. Huh?
Right.
One verse. You know? There's one verse, man. So brothers got to be men out here.
Right.
Men labor. Man.
Right.
Men sweat. Men
That's right.
burn, man.
Right.
Men do it for the Lord.
Bring it up.
Give me Job 38 and 3, man. Give me Isaiah chapter 46 and 8. The Most High's looking for mighty men in the last
That's
days.
right.
Not effeminate men.
Right.
Right? We got to show our brothers how to be men. Give me Revelation 21 and 2. Read.
This is the book of Job, chapter 38 and verse number 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man.
Like a what?
Like a man.
Like a what?
Like a man.
Read, for I will demand it of thee.
And the Lord got demands of you, man.
That's right.
He don't got suggestions for you. Right? He's not asking. He said he got demands of you, man.
Right.
So now you better gird up your loins like a man. For I demand of thee and what?
And answer thou
You
me.
better answer the Most High. I mean, you better do this work, man. You better say what's right, man. You better gird up your loins like a man. You better put them layers on.
Right.
You better knock that crust out your eyes. Right? And come out here like a man and feed the sheep of the Most High. Man.
Right.
That's what the Lord is saying, man. You got certain camps like they don't go when it's cold. Man. Right? We'll go out next week. Right? You can't take winters off of this thing.
Right.
What did the Most High had Yahushua take winters off? That's off, man.
Right.
They said it was the feast of dedication and it was wintertime.
Right.
So Yahushua was out there.
Good.
He said, I ever taught in the synagogue.
Good.
Where the Jews always resort. I was always out there.
Right.
You know me. That's what he's saying. So we can't take days off.
Right.
The apostles ain't take days off.
Right.
You can't take a Sunday off. Okay, we had camp the Sabbath day. Sunday's my day off. There's no Sundays off.
Right.
Where did the Lord say, okay, you had a good weekend at camp, take a day off on Sunday? You got brothers, they don't read Sundays. I ain't gonna read today, it's just my day off. Ain't no days off, man.
Right.
Give me 1 Corinthians 15 and 8. Robinson in the group chat, hashtag WFI, no days off.
Right.
Right? No days off in this thing. You got people at the streets, they don't take days off.
Right.
And they're evil.
Right.
You got guys out there selling dope and they're evil.
Right.
And they don't take no days off. They out hustling in the dark at damn 5 in the morning, man.
Right.
Like this. Under the lamppost. Just like this.
Right.
Out there. Ain't nobody out there, but they get out there early.
Right.
Right? And they're doing that on the left-hand side. You mean you can't do it on the right-hand side?
Right. Right.
You can't do it for the Lord, for the Lord matters.
Right.
For the Lord. The Lord died for you. He ain't have to die for you. While you was being a nigga, the Lord died for you. And you was out there smoking weed and selling your soul to the spiritual demon Satan and bowing down to Esau.